Present moment power. Just want to be real with y'all. I know it's been a while since I really just been on here in person. To keep it honest with y'all, I was really just trying out some AI fix. You know how you watch some AI little spiritual videos and them numbers be going up. So I was really just trying to just do that. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of was like, I feel like I ain't keeping it real enough. Using all that 11 labs, using all the cap cuts to do the edits and all that crap. I was like, man, I'm just gonna get on here and talk and explain to these people how this power work. So that's basically what I really wanted to just get on here and do. I know I did 1 through 10 through the AI explaining it. And I was like, man, why not have a real person that really know this stuff get on here and explain it and just, keep it real instead of listening to, a doggone AI, AI voice. It was saying some of the same things I would have said anyway, but I feel like I can break it down better in my words. So that's what I really want this video to do, to be about. I'm gonna go through like a recap of 1 through 10, those 10 powers that those powers unlocked that I was trying to reveal to y'all. I'm gonna actually just go through them, and I got them written down. I know the first one was thought transfer. Now, when you're using thought transfer, basically like the video said, all these powers are simple. You already have these in your possession. You just got to be aware of it. So basically, thought transfer is happening anyway. Perfect example I give, just like I said this before. When you think of a person, you could be thinking of one of your best friends. It could be your cousin. It could be your mother. It really don't matter who you was thinking of for a split second. And then you change your thought and start thinking about something else. And if you ever notice, like down the line, they might call your phone. You get a phone call from them, you pick up, you be like, I was just thinking about you the other day. And they ended up calling your phone. That's thought transfer. That's basically what it is. It's basically what I'm trying to say when they say we are all one. Basically what you think everybody else thinks. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts leave your mind and it actually travels from person to person to person to person to person. It just goes all around the world. And when I tell you it travels far, it can reach somebody all the way in China. You can come up with a brilliant idea, sit down and think about it, come up with some sketches for it, a little plan for it, and never really just act on it. And you will, I done seen this before. Sometimes you will scroll like on YouTube, Facebook, whatever social media you on, and you will see the same idea of somebody doing it. You'll be like, man, I thought about doing that. I never did it, but I thought about doing it. That's thought transfer. That thought could have came from you. Well, that thought could have came from that person that's doing it, and it reached you. But thoughts do travel, and that's what I mean by thought transfer. So be careful about what you're thinking, because what you're thinking is actually entering the universe, and it's trying its best to make itself physical. It's going to hit somebody's mind, somebody going to act on it and make it physical. So thought transfer is real, and that's how it works. Number 2, slow down time. So basically how I figured out how to slow down time was through meditation. So basically what I mean by slow down time, you know how some people just move at their own pace. It's always best to do that. Move at your own pace. That's how you slow down time. Feel like you ain't in a rush to do nothing. Like everything is on your time. Because to be honest, there's no such thing as time anyway. You don't, it's time is just something in this reality to keep everybody on some type of schedule. But really you can make your own time. But you slow it down by meditation. So basically if you go within yourself and you clear your mind, if you can go through a whole day, I talk about this all the time about the clearance of the mind. No thoughts, just nothing, just blankness. That blankness when you ain't thinking about nothing is so powerful. That's the power to create. That's that black, what's that word, that black void. That's that black void where there's nothing there. Ain't nothing in your mind. And that's where you start from scratch of creating something in your mind through imagination of what you want to experience. So when you meditate and you actually clear your mind, if you go through a whole day just working on just clearing your mind, you will notice how time slows down. You'll be looking around and you'll be like, man, I thought it was like 5 o'clock. It ain't nothing but like 2 o'clock, because time, it done slowed down. You know what I'm saying? Time really do slow down for you if you in a meditative state. If you in a meditative state, things start to move on your time. It start to move slow. Feel like you have more time to do things because you ain't in a rush to do nothing. That's the oxymoron of it. You ain't in a rush to do nothing. Time slows itself down. So that's how you slow down time. You can experience that the fastest through meditation. Invisible touch. So that was the third power I was trying to, I wasn't trying. I actually felt like the AI did a great job of explaining it. Invisible touch. So basically, what it's saying is something like the transfer of thoughts as well. So the invisible touch come in where, like, if you visualize you touching a person and they like right next to you, you ain't really gotta touch them. If you really visualize you touching them in your head, like let's just say if you visualize you touching a person's arm, you might see that person next to you do something like this, or something like they felt something crawling on them. You know, that's because basically what's happening is, what people don't realize is that energy is it's more physical than you think. So when you visualize something, you put energy out there, and that energy that you creating is actually happening. It's invisible, but it's happening. So if you visualize yourself touching somebody, they really ain't even got to be next to you. I learned this through, like, to get kind of explicit. Like, if you want to make a woman horny or another person horny next to you, all you got to do is turn your cell phone. If you get horny yourself, the next person, the person that's close to you will get horny as well. That's basically just saying energy travels. You get what I'm saying? So you can touch a person without really touching a person. If you visualize you touching a person in a certain spot, visualize something in their hair or something like that, you'll see them, you know what I'm saying, itch their head. That don't be no coincidence. That be you controlling, manipulating energy, basically. So you can really touch anybody. It might be like a fast touch that they feel. They'll brush it off. Usually people brush out. They don't know what's going on, but it's possible. I do it. I ain't gonna say all the time, but I mean, you know, you do it when it's necessary, whenever you want to do it. You know, these are powers. These are things that's happening right in front of your face that you don't realize. Invisible touch. Okay, number 4 was how your vibe attracts your tribe. So that's basically simple. It's basically just saying whatever vibration you in the present moment. That's why I always tell people to stop and realize where your frequency at in the present moment. Stop and realize how you feel right now, this second. How do you really feel? Like, okay, I feel upset. You know, most people don't even know how they feel in the present moment because they got so many thoughts bombarding their mind. They ain't just stop and paying attention to the now and be like, how do I feel? Do I feel good? Do I feel anxious? Do I feel desperate? Do I feel jealousy? Do I feel hatred? What am I feeling right now? And if you stop and pay attention to your present moment and exactly how you feel, what you will notice is you attract those same things to you. So what I mean by how your vibe attracts your tribe, I just want to use an example. Let's just say you were driving one day. You in traffic. Somebody pull over in front of you, knowing they weren't supposed to do it, but they trying to get somewhere. They pull you. You catching a little road rage. You're like, why the hell this mother? You know what I'm saying? They need to watch where they going, and you start to get angry. So in the present moment, your feeling is anger. So as you go about your day, you will notice that certain things keep happening that keep making you feel that way. You're going to attract a tribe of people that's going to keep you angry because you already in that vibration. And the world thinking that's where you want to be. So you're going to keep attracting circumstances that happen to you that make you angry. That's why it's best to be in control of your emotions, because your emotions going to attract more emotions that mirror your emotions. Always remember, life ain't nothing but a mirror, people. It's always mirroring back to you how you feel or who you are in the present moment or what you are, experiencing right now. So your vibe gonna always attract your tribe, the people that's around you, the circumstances that's happening to you, things that's going on in your circumference. Stopping, if it ain't going right, stop and be like, how do I feel? And if you ain't feeling good, if you ain't feeling joyous, if you ain't feeling abundant, if you ain't feeling happy, you in the wrong vibration. Because if you feeling the opposite of those, you're gonna attract exactly that. So that's deep, people. A lot of people don't know that be going on, and you can stop it instantly by just hitting the present moment, realizing where I'm at right now, how I'm feeling right now, and change that in the instant, and things will change just that quick. Simple. How to heal yourself instantly. That just goes back to basically number 5, how to heal yourself. So basically, you already healed. Only time you become sick or injured or anything like that is if you create it for yourself. So you already start off in a healing state. When you start thinking sick thoughts, let's give an example. I like to use COVID for example. When COVID hit in 2020, the thing that made a lot of people sick is because they believed in it. They believed if I step outside, there's something, this invisible disease or virus going around in the air. If I ain't got my mask on, I'll catch it. You know, that alone, that belief alone, gonna make you experience the COVID that they so-called say is in the air. So, basically what I'm trying to say is, if you don't want to get sick and you want to always feel healthy or healed, don't think sick ass thoughts. You get what I'm saying? Everything gonna come from what you creating for yourself. Cause always remember, you always creating every second. Nobody has a problem creating nothing. You doing it every time you think. Every time you just, the way you feel, the way you think, the thing, you know, it's going off your own belief system. So if you believe COVID is real, if you believe COVID is killing people, if you believe I need a COVID shot, I need a flu shot, you know, whatever. You know, those things that just the mere belief of feeling like you need that, it has to mirror itself. You have to see somebody that's sick from it. You have to hear it somewhere. You know, it's just gonna bombard you with these things that forces you to go get a virus shot or, you know, something that can actually, you know, fight against this belief that you created for yourself so you can, you know, be healed. But really, you ain't got to do that. Just don't let it exist. Just don't create it and it don't exist. So in order to heal yourself instantly, just always say, I'm healthy. You know, start there. I'm healthy all the time. As soon as you wake up, I'm healthy anyway. I mean, don't none of that stuff affect me. You know, you can hear, but it don't have to affect your life. You don't have to let it be a part of your world. Because like I said, there's 8 billion worlds out here, people. You know, everybody living in their own world and you creating it yourself. So if you create sickness around you, viruses around you, it must exist. Only thing that exists is what you believe in anyway. Think about it. So heal yourself every morning. I'm healthy. I'm straight. I mean, I walk through life. I mean, my stomach feeling good. My inside's healthy. You know, everything it's just going well for me. You know, stay there. You know, don't even entertain the opposite. Because once you start entertaining parasites exist. I always talk to y'all about instant manifestation. That's your imagination. If you really think about it, you can imagine anything instantly. And you really experiencing life off what you imagine, how you feel, everything that's going through your inner. Your inner is the creation. So if I tell you right now, just think of a dog, think of a pit bull. Anybody can do that right now. That's instant manifestation. You thought of a pit bull, you experiencing a pit bull, you feel how a pit bull feel, you know. You get what I'm saying? That's instant manifestation. It's your feeling, it's the experience. You can do that right here. You get what I'm saying? That's what's governing everything right here. You gotta think about it. People don't feel a certain way until they think a certain thought. You know what I'm saying? You can't feel happy until you think happy thoughts. You know, you think of a happy experience, you feel happy. You think of an experience that hurt you in the past, you feel trauma, you feel hurt, you know. It all stems from what you experience in here. That's what I tell people. So that's how you heal yourself instantly. Number 6, you receive answers in your dreams. Basically, people, how I would put this in words is you already dreaming. You know, you receive answers, let's say, while you awake. Let's call this being awake. Really, you're dreaming. You know, you receive answers. Then answers come to the ones that are, how should I put this? I'm going to put it like this. You already have the answers. The answers ain't nothing but creation. What the hell do you want? You get what I'm saying? How do you want things to go? It's really nothing to seek because you know everything, because you create everything. So how do you want shit to go? That's the answer. It's no question like, okay, when will I be a millionaire? Let's take that for a question. Oh, I want to go to sleep and dream and get an answer from my dreams of when I'm going to be a millionaire or how I'm going to be a millionaire, when I'm going to have a lot of money. Let's use that for example. The question ain't the thing. The question only says that you don't have it now. Because when you asking how I'm going to be a millionaire, when it's going to come, you're basically saying right now in the present moment, I don't have it, so I need to seek the answer. But you not knowing that you're a full creator, you don't have to ask how. You just get in the vibration of. You just start being. I am a millionaire. You get what I'm saying? It's no how, because once you get into the hows and the whys and the whens, that's time. You're messing with time. You get what I'm saying? You're basically saying it's going to happen in the future. When you can collapse time by saying everything is now. That's why I teach the present moment. That's why this channel called Present Moment Power. Because everything is happening right now, this second. You know, life happens in on top of each other. Like everything is happening right now. It ain't going that way. It's going like this. It's going up and down. Everything is just happening. It's waiting for you to tap into it. I am a millionaire now. Ain't no how come. When you start asking questions, it's like, what are you seeking? You seeking yourself. You are everything. So just be it. When you start acting like a millionaire, feeling like a millionaire, you're going to start running into millionaire. You're going to start seeing millionaires. You're going to start getting millionaire thoughts, millionaire ideas. You're going to start taking action from inspiration from that. And boom, it'll show up. It's going to become physical in your reality. But you got to feel it first. You got to be it first. You know, present moment, present moment, present moment. Now I'm a millionaire. You know, right now, like, just feel how to feel to be shit. I'm straight. You get calm, you're like, man, I already got money. It don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? I got that. You know what I'm saying? Act like that. And it's going to bring more of that to you. So it's really no question to try to really seek. Just be the answer to the question. Just be the answer to the question. How do you want that shit to go? It's really that simple. I promise you, it's really that simple. So that's how you receive answers in your dreams. Like I said, hopefully y'all get what I was trying to tell y'all. How to become invisible. So what I meant by that is, you know how people be like, they don't like the people they around, or, you know, people just want to feel invisible to the bullshit. You get what I'm saying? And that's the goal, really. You want to dodge the bullshit. That's why I like dodges. I always got a saying, I dodge all the bullshit. I got a Dodge Challenger, I dodge the bullshit. You know, finna get a Dodge Ram, dodge all the bullshit. But it's really no bullshit to dodge. You just be what you want. But anyway, what I mean by invisible is, you can become invisible to certain people. When you're on a certain frequency, two different frequencies can't cross paths. That's the thing about energy. Like, if my energy up here and your energy down here, we most likely won't cross paths because you're not here. You know, you're going to cross paths with people, not you per se, but the people down here going to cross paths with the people that's equal to their energy. If I'm up here, I'm going to cross paths with people that's equal to my energy. That's how you become invisible to the people that's on a lower frequency than you. It's really happening anyway. Like, the people you never cross paths with, that you never know that's invisible to you, is because they just not there. They not on your frequency. That's really what's going on. You don't, that shit happening anyway, because you can only meet, you know, fucked up people, or the people that, you know, that's not there if you there. You get what I'm saying? Because life gonna still be that reflection. You get what I'm saying? If they there, your ass, if they some bullshit, your ass some bullshit. Or you thinking of some bullshit, or you on some bullshit, so you gotta run into bullshit. Y'all on the same, y'all not invisible, y'all can see each other. Y'all on the same shit. You get what I'm saying? That's how that really works. So you wanna become invisible to the bullshit, get above the bullshit. Get above the bullshit. Let that shit stay down here, and you get on some full shit, some wholeness shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you become invisible. You know, you already invisible to shit that ain't, you know, resonating with you anyway. But anyway, how to eliminate stress. That just goes back to basically shit. Everybody got the power to do that. Only thing that causes the stress is your thoughts. Like, people, I always try to explain to people about this heaven and hell thing. Everybody wishing till they die, waiting till they die to go to a heaven. I say, no, heaven and hell is right here on earth. You get what I'm saying? Stress is a part of hell. Experiment on earth. It's an experience on earth. Stress, that's hell. You get what I'm saying? Because you only stressing over what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You stressing over when. The question is when, how, where. You know what I'm saying? You waiting on some type of future experience to be happy instead of being happy now. So you stressing about a future. That's all the future do. Like I tell people, it's only the present moment. Because if you really think about the past, it ain't nothing but some damn memories. Some of them happy memories, and some of them traumatizing memories. But why live there? The future ain't nothing but hopeful thinking. It ain't nothing but saying when, where, how. You know, it's the future. It's like, when I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna work to get there, I'm gonna do the best I can to get there. No, everything is now. Just be there now. Experience what you want to experience now, and stress goes away. Stress only comes from not knowing. You know what I'm saying? What you stressing over? I don't know when I'm gonna pay these bills. The bill's already paid. Just say that now, and they be like, well, I know they ain't already paid now. What I'm gonna do now? No, you feel it now. Something gonna happen. Before it's time to get them bills paid, something gonna happen. You might run up on $200. You might run up on $500. Somebody just might be like, here. You might see something in an old account. It can come in so many ways. That's what makes life so abundant. Don't worry about how. Stay in the feeling of I have. And that eliminates stress by itself. Because if you feel like you have everything, it's nothing to stress about. You only start stressing when you feel like you in a lack thereof. That's the only thing you can stress about, things you feel like you don't have. You get what I'm saying? Places you feel like you should be, you know, things you want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, experience all that shit within first. And watch how your outer change. Simple. Don't stress. Don't think about shit then. If you want to make it easy, go back to the one I was like, the slow down time when I was like meditating, when you don't think about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking so goddamn much. That's the problem. Because every time you think, you're creating and you're experiencing that shit you're thinking about. You get what I'm saying? It's bringing on a feeling. And stress will eat your ass up from the inside out. And you don't even know you're killing yourself for nothing. The shit gonna work out any motherfucking way. You get what I'm saying? So, because I didn't want this video to be that damn long, but we on number 9, how to become lucky overnight. That's just simple. That's just basically everyday positive thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Just wake up, I'm a lucky ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I might step outside and find me $100 bill. You know what I'm saying? $100 bill stuck on the end of my damn shoe. You know what I'm saying? Just be lucky. You know, whatever your luck means to you. It ain't got to be money. You know what I'm saying? You just lucky. You know what I'm saying? Just feel lucky. And shit just gonna happen. And you're like, oh shit, I ain't expect that. I'm just a lucky ass nigga. Say that every time that happen. I'm just expect luck. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't do that because they don't even believe in that shit. They don't believe nothing great gonna happen to them. You know what I'm saying? They already waking up like, I gotta go to this damn job. That's already starting off right there and then in the present moment. You don't want to go. You're doing shit you don't want to do. That's gonna give your ass more shit that you don't want to do, that you're gonna keep doing and slaving for and study experiencing that. When I'm gonna get out of that? When your motherfucking ass change. You know, the time is always now. Stop looking for a time in the future. The time is now. Change now. Be this now. And you're going to understand that the way you feel is different. A lot of shit ain't going to matter no more because you feel good. Most people looking for a damn feeling anyway. It ain't the materialistic shit that you want. You want the feeling of having that shit. You don't want the new car, the shiny house. You just want to feel how you would feel if you was in that shit. You can do that right here. Imagine yourself in the house. Imagine yourself driving that new car. The way that make you feel gonna bring it faster than feeling like you don't have it. Because feeling like you don't have it gonna keep your ass not having that shit. You just ain't gonna have it. Because that's what you telling yourself in the present moment. I don't. When you gonna change your present moment to I do? You know what I'm saying? I'm experiencing it now. It don't matter, you know? So, that's how you become lucky overnight. You're lucky now. You're lucky by watching this damn video. You ran across this damn video. Your ass lucky as hell. I'm giving you the keys. You know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, the protection over loved ones. That just goes back to the power again. You know, just said, like, you know, prayer works. You know, anything you pray for works. Lord, please protect my loved ones when they on this road, heading down here. They got a 12-hour trip. I know they gonna make it there safe. Visualize them making it there safe, and it shall be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody already protected until they create something that they need protection from. You know what I'm saying? It be like, people always complain about the devil. I gotta protect myself from the devil. You created that shit. You created the devil to be protected from. You know what I'm saying? You already protected until you create the opposite. Oh, it's a devil out here. Now you need protection. Well, the devil got to do something for you to show that the protection worked. You know what I'm saying? The devil tried to attack me and this worked. I'm glad it worked because you was thinking that you already protected, but shit, it wouldn't have been no devil right there if you ain't created in the first place. You know, you always protected. You know, it's good to say it on a daily, you know what I'm saying? You walk outside, shit, I'm protected. I don't need no gun. You know, I never did really care for guns. I never felt like I needed one. You know what I'm saying? Because what I noticed about most people with guns, when I grew up, I used to have partners with guns and stuff. But I ain't never really just own my own. I ain't really just care for guns like that. And I noticed that when you own something like that, it's a deeper belief saying that you need it for protection. And most of the time when people have guns, they have to use it. Because a person they finna buy a gun, they don't feel like one day they have to use it. And they don't understand that's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I bought this gun just in case somebody break in my house. And guess what happened? Somebody broke in their house and was like, damn, I'm glad I had my gun. Like, nigga, if you would have never created that you needed protection from something anyway, that shit would have never happened. People that don't carry guns never really get into no gun violence because they don't even believe that shit. You know, it don't exist in their world is what I'm trying to say. It don't exist in their world. When you need a gun, you feel like every time you look at it, like, okay, that's there for protection, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, you ride down the street, somebody trying to rob you. You done reached over for your gun, and you never know. Well, they can shoot you first. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know that you subconsciously creating these situations by just looking at the gun every day. Because you know you ain't finna go out there and shoot it or just, you know, unless you're doing practice, you know, shooting practice or something. But most people got it for protection. That's the wrong reason to have it. Because now you're creating scenarios that you're going to need to use that motherfucker. Because every time you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, for protection, just in case. Better not miss me. You know what I'm saying? I got my gun. Somebody, that shit coming. Thoughts travel. Somebody finna come mess with your ass. You know what I'm saying? Not intentionally, it's just how it works. You creating it your goddamn self. You know, hopefully you got a gun and you be like, man, I don't need that motherfucker. You know, you ain't never gotta, you know, y'all get my drift though. You get what I'm saying? You creating it yourself. So to be protected, just feel protected. Now, everything is now. Just tap into the now and you straight of how you want things to go. You know, my perfect example I always use for people is, if you can manifest anything right now, and you knew it'll pop up in front of your face, what would it be? 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, a motherfucker gonna say something good. They gonna say something that they want to experience, that's heavenly, that they enjoy. Ain't nobody finna say, well, I wish I was burning up in some fire, or I wish somebody tried to approach me because I got this gun and I can shoot them. Ain't nobody finna say nothing like that. You know, everybody naturally, us as beings, as these spiritual beings, we just want to experience heaven. And that's all heaven is experiencing your heaven of how you want it. 9 times, 10 times out of 10, somebody gonna say something heavenly. Oh, if I could manifest anything right now, I manifest a plane. It just pop up in front of me. It's my plane. I can hop in it and I can go anywhere in the world I want. That's happiness. That's I like flying. You know, that's ain't nobody finna wish nothing bad. I said that to say, why are people still thinking negative thoughts then? Because that's exactly what's happening. You know what I'm saying? The things that you think of in your mind, why are you thinking negatively when you manifesting every second anyway? Why not just manifest your heavenly, your happy desires instead of thinking the negative thoughts? You get what I'm saying? Because if something was to pop up negative that you're thinking about and you knew, see, people don't think that these instant manifestations is real. So when they experience the hell part, they just think that's a part of life. Like, no, you creating this shit, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I just asked you a question. If you create anything right now, would you create that just happened? No. The bad thing that happened? No. Well, why the fuck is you thinking about it? Because that's what you're doing. You creating it. You get what I'm saying? So if you come from a perspective like that, you can kind of see the whole picture different. You be like, okay, if I can manifest anything right now and I know it'll pop up, you know, I would do this. Start there. And ask yourself that question again. I do this. And if you just stay on that, I do this, I do this, I do this. You keep that there, man, watch how your life change into that paradise. Your life gonna change into that paradise. All that shit gonna pop up. Don't worry about how. Don't worry about when. Don't worry about where. Just feel like, you know, now I have these things. And that's where you want to live. That's the definition of heaven. But that's all I got for y'all. I really just wanted to explain those 10 things. Hopefully y'all got the point. You know, I'm going to keep getting on here talking about the power. That's what we do. That's what I love. You know, I love the power. When I came into it and really realized how this really worked, you know, it got me excited. And I just want to share it with everybody. I want everybody to live in their heaven within. Y'all know I usually have my books. You know, I want everybody to live in their present moment paradise. I'll have them next time, though. But I wanted to get this quick video out the way. I'm back on here in person. Appreciate y'all for listening. Subscribe to Present Moment Power. Click the link. You know, you can always get my books offline, and click the stand store link and get what you want. You know, it's love. But enjoy y'all life. Live in heaven. Heaven on earth.